the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and this is the OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series as they bring you the Bumpy Road 250. Just one more race to go in this regular season championship battle. Somebody will be crowned the regular season champion. 16 drivers will move on into the chase. And all that can take place after qualifying. Right now, Dave Hunt in the 53 out on the Speedway. Dave Hunt in the 53. One of our drivers who we will keep an eye on tonight. He comes into this race just plus 4 points above the cut line to make it into the playoffs. Crosby Sr., 4 points below the cut line. Ooh, goodness gracious. That 15 looking to make a playoff run here, and he's going to do it. He's going to need some help here tonight. A lot of drivers, a lot of stories to get through as the 15 crosses the start-finish line. Kevin Freeze on top of the leaderboard with a 50.76. Richard Kuhn in the 47. Richard, one of our drivers who is in a must-win situation. Not only is he in a must-win, but he is also a must-have some help because he would be outside the top 24 or possibly outside the top 24. No, sorry, he's 22nd. So if he wins, he's good. Josh Ball in the 1. Josh Ball, one of our drivers who is already locked in as Zach Workman goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 50.73. So Workman and Freeze right now, your provisional front row. As Josh Ball takes the green flag for his qualifying time, Hunter Reynolds in the 26 finds himself in 11th. Richard Kuhn up into 17th spot. So that being said, guys, we're going to step away for the national anthem, and we'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and a special welcome back to Belva. Good to see you once again. And Belva, we will rumble in the jungle. That is a very foggy Daytona. You do not need to adjust your screens. It is a foggy night here at Daytona, so the light is having a hard time penetrating through that fog. So it's going to be a little bit of a dark one here tonight. Let's get right into our starting lineup. The field begins to roll off. On the front row, Zach Workman in the 19, finding himself in the top spot. To his outside, that is none other than the one of Josh Paul. Kevin Freeze, Jeff Crosby Jr. make up row number 2. Row 3, Vicente Guerrero and Zach Fritsch in the 12. Row number 4, Dustin Logston in the 81. Good to see you out here, Dustin. In the 44 of Anthony English. Row number 5, that is going to be Dave Hunt and Adam Kilday. Row 6, Andy Brigante and Casey Gilchrist. Row number 7, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Row number 8, Jeff Crosby Sr. and the 41 of Peter DeBorgia. Row number 9, Eric Laurie and the 66 of Bubba Winningham. Row 10, Sean McCara and Richard Kuhn. Row 11, Adam Strom and Stephen Miles. Shane Ward and Rick Sanchez make up row 12. And last week's dominating force, Brian F. Wang in the 05, starting at the tail end of the field here tonight. Let's see if he can do another repeat performance. Wouldn't that be something? Won every stage last week in the race. You could do it twice in a row. Whew. That'd be something. All right, 25 cars here tonight on a very foggy night at Daytona. Pace car down and away. Zach Workman, Josh Ball, here we go. Green flag is out, and we are underway for the first time tonight in the bumpy road 250. Good start side by side. Looks like everybody able to get into that high gear and get up to speed without missing a shift or breaking a tire loose. Logston in the 81 dropping down the inside. Dustin gonna fight this battle at the tail end of the field. He is gonna bide his time and wait for the right moment to strike. Zach Workman in the 19, however, going to enjoy that clean air that he has. Josh Ball on his outside. Josh Ball has some help from Jeff Crosby Jr. on that back bumper. Kevin Freeze in the 25 running a Guinness paint scheme. Last week for the Jeannie Butler Memorials, we got trouble at the front. The 19 out of line. Around goes Sean McCarron. Jeff Crosby Sr. in trouble as well. All that into turn number 1 on the second lap. So our first caution of the night coming out. Go off the nose of the 15. You see the 19 checking up and a lot of chaos going on behind the 19. I don't know if that was related or not. Kind of a hard call to say if that's related. See if we can't take another peek at this one here. Looks like the 13 just got out of shape going into the corner. Take another look here. Oh, the 17. Oh, so the checkup was going on to allow the 19 up into the room, to allow the 19 some room to blend in if he needed to. 17 well behind all of that, did not get the memo. They only had 2 memo slips. They only gave it to 2 drivers behind the 19. They ran a bit short by the time it came to give it to the 17. And therefore, he was all about, oh crap, we're slowing up. So that is going to bring out our first yellow flag of the night. And everyone is making their way onto pit road. I do expect this to be a fuel-only stop, but they will take tires at some point here in this bumpy Legacy Daytona track. Ah, sorry, this is... I'm confusing myself here. We're going to look and see. This is not the bumpy road 250. That was... Last week was the Legacy Daytona track. I have done everything wrong. So Josh Ball went in the race off of pit road. While we have a moment, let's go ahead and take a look at some of our race info for tonight's event. This is your final chance to make it into the chase. No matter what, you must be in the top 24 in points. So if you need a win, and you get that win, but you are outside the top 24, it will not matter. You still do not make the chase. Our stages will be at laps 25 and 50, and there is one fast repair. Not sure if anyone had to use their fast repair just yet. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Sean McCarron, Jeff Crosby Sr. extended stays on pit road. "25 drivers taking the green flag here tonight. Our biggest mover right now, that is the 5 of Rick Sanchez. He is up 11 spots. Richard Kuhn up 11 as well, and Bubba Winningham up 11 spots from where they qualified. On board with the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. He's going to take us through this restart. Gyro cam mounted just on the left headrest of his seat. Pace car down and away. Here we go once again. Green flag is out, and we get back after it. Vicente gave a nice shot to the back bumper of the one of Josh Ball. Into turn number 1, still running tight to the back bumper. You can see Kevin Freeze running tight to the side of the number 1 as well. So everyone pushing very hard on this start. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. The 25 of Kevin Freeze had the advantage at that moment, going into the corner, but inside line surging right back. As they make their way down the back stretch, the 25 and the 1 still battling side by side. This very dark, foggy night here at Daytona. These guys probably wishing that they didn't have stickers for headlights. Oh well. We'll figure it out as we go along whether or not those stickers as headlights make a difference. So the 1 and the 25 holding everyone up right now. They're doing a great job at maintaining their positioning on the track. Once again, stage 1 will end at the end of lap 25. Trying to make it 3 wide, that is Hunter Reynolds in the 26. As Shane Ward goes fastest lap of the race. So Ward in the 39, who said that his family is weird, and we added an E to the name. Okay. We'll let him be weird. He is working his way forward, up 8 spots from where he qualified and fastest lap of the race. At least so far. That one may or may not stick. 46.63. Meanwhile, the battle at the front has gotten spicy as Reynolds has used that third lane to make his presence felt as he is now battling for the race lead. Zach Fritsch in the 12. Moves up to that third lane. Fritchie looking to mix this up a little bit. So now that we've kind of gotten into a bit of a spot when we can talk about it, let's go ahead and take a look at our point standings as they came into tonight's race. All the drivers in green are locked in. Casey Gilchrist, even though he is 42 points to the good, Casey not necessarily locked in yet. Even if he took the green flag, there's still a chance, a scenario, that at the end of this race, he ends up outside the top 24. So he is not locked in, and same goes for English, Logston, and Hunt. Crosby Sr. on the outside looking in. Vicente Guerrero needing a good run. Sean McCarron and Adam Strom all needing good runs here tonight. Drivers who have been hot and spicy here in the last few races. Stephen Miles earning 137 points as we got them spreading out here through the corner. Looks like they get it sorted. Miles, Crosby Jr., Anthony English, Adam Kilday, Vigente, and DeBorgia, whatever his name is. Like, who spells their name DeBorgia with 2 lowercase letters and then the rest are capital? I don't know. That guy. I'll tell you what, that guy. Anyways, they've been our hot drivers so far. Oh, trouble down the backstretch. We got Zach Fritsch going around, Josh Ball going airborne. Yellow flag is out. Fritchie getting turned around. Zach Workman in the 19, traveling through the grass. And I have somehow messed up my scorecard where it no longer registers yellow flags. That's cool. Zach Fritsch in the 12 goes for a wild ride. Gets it sorted. Everyone looks to keep going straight. But Fritsch did get into the wall there. Hunter Reynolds giving him a healthy shove to the back bumper. Reynolds getting a whole bunch of damage for his efforts in trying to get the 12 airborne. Daryl Neff is asking about the North-South Racing League. Daryl, is it on the Turn 3 Racing Network? If so, all you have to do is just search Turn 3 Racing Network. That race should be posted somewhere. If it's not live right now, it should have an upcoming status. And if you give me a minute, I will try and figure out exactly all that information for you. As once again, all of our drivers are on pit road. Yeah, the north-south at Irwindale, the Zoo Fab, that one is taking place here in about 5 minutes. You can go ahead and head into that room, Daryl. Then they'll be there ready for you. Probably has already left, but he hasn't. If he hasn't, there you go. Anthony English in the 44 coming away with the race lead. Let's take a look at our drivers who are in must-win and need help for the top 24. Les Levy already in the top 24 in points, but Les not making it out here tonight. So that being said, it won't be too big of a deal for Les. Jeremy Stanley also not here tonight. So those two drivers quickly eliminated from this equation. However, Andy Brigante is here. Schroeder is not. Hogan Helton is not. Josh Milam, Alex Giffen, and Dan Harrington. The only driver on this list is Andy Brigante. So Brigante needs a win. If he can pick up the win here tonight, he will vault over, possibly over, Stanley and Levy. Let's look at 8 starts, 2 drops. Well, he'll definitely get over Stanley. And also Les Levy. So yeah, if Andy Brigante can get a win here tonight, that will seal the deal. But gotta get that win first before anything else. This is our current playoff cut line before points have been given out for the stages. Pace car down and away. We're going to fire them off once again. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Working lap 17 of 100 down the back stretch, the 14 and the 53 side by side into turn number 3. Sean McCarr checking in. How you doing, Sean? Good to see you. Been a hot minute. That's Sean McCarrick. Sean McCarr is out on the track. Sean McCarrick is checking in. It has still been a hot minute since we've seen Sean McCarrick. How you doing, Sean? How is your garage? I want to call it a bar. Feel like was it in the garage? I don't think it was in the garage. Showed me a beautiful woodwork deal, Sean. I forget what it was. This was what, 10 years ago, 50 years ago? I exaggerate just a little bit, but man, how's all that working out for you? Still got it, still looking good. So Vicente Guerrero and Dave Hunt battle at the front of the field. Let's go on board with the 44 of Anthony English. English right now finding himself in 15th spot. Man. And trouble out of the trioval. The yellow flag is gonna come out as we saw that happening on board with the 44 of English. Dave Hunt getting a piece of it. Eric Laurie, Dave Hunt just not meshing very well through the trioval, and around goes the 53. Richard Kuhn gets shot to the left but keeps it off the wall, and it looks like everyone else gonna stay clean. So the 53 of Dave Hunt goes from the lead to last place. Just like that. So, the Schultz shed. That's what it was. Well, Sean, good to hear from you. Sounds like you've retired from, I'm guessing Ellie is law enforcement. Good to see that you've retired no matter what it is. And yeah, man, love to have you back. Can't wait to see you out on the track once again. Okay, this one here, I am not certain that this is the end of the stage. Richard Kuhn is gonna stay out. A couple people stay out. Most everyone came down pit road. Ooh, I don't know. This is right at the cutoff. I don't think it is the end of the stage, but that is my unofficial word. My unofficial opinion is half the drivers have stayed out. So we're gonna say that there's gonna end up being like a 2-lap shootout to the end of this thing. All right, with that being said, guys, gonna take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our field is racked and stacked. They're ready to fire off once again. Our third yellow flag being displayed here tonight. Pace car is going to get out of the way this time by. Here we go. Green flag is out and we are underway once again. Richard Kuhn in the 47 on the inside, the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. Trying to work that second lane. He has the 71 of Sean McCara on his back bumper. So McCara trying to use the third lane, and Kevin Freeze trying to use the third lane. Sean McCara in the second lane. And here comes the 25. Richard Kuhn with a healthy shove out in front. They are going to have one more time around. Final lap to settle stage number one. Richard Kuhn down on the bottom. Kevin Freeze in the 25, now in the middle lane. We got one dropping down, two dropping down below the yellow line. Kilday in the 85 now has his nose out in front. Can he hold on to it? That third lane falls back a little bit through the corner. Richard Kuhn in the 47 has the advantage on the inside. Here they come to the tri-oval. This is going to settle the stage. Around they go. And no caution. It looks like Adam Kilday in the 85 was the one at the line. From our vantage point, it looked like the green flag stayed out for long enough to put the 85 as our stage winner. Right now, though, I have no idea. That one was very, very close. But I do believe Kilday in the 85 picks up the stage win. Kilday, one of our drivers, already locked in on points, having this 10-point stage win will only make things just that much better for him. As they make their way around the corner and kind of waiting to see if anyone is gonna fill me in here from race control. As they are gonna make their way onto pit lane. Not sure what the 44 is doing. That looked like Kilday, or not Kilday, Anthony English's paint scheme. Oh, English is already out. It's too dark. It's too hard to see. So Anthony English wins the race off a pit road. Well, let's talk to Mr. Kilday anyways. Adam, this KR, got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, I got you, dude.
Any word on whether you won the stage or not?
I mean, I don't know. I think so. I haven't heard nothing, but
All right. Well, hey, I thought you won it too, so the two of us can't be wrong, right?
I don't believe so. So we'll stick with your word. So yeah.
I like that. Let's go with that. All right, Adam. Well, congratulations on picking up the stage win. You came into tonight's race already locked into the championship 16, but picking up this stage only can help build momentum. How do you feel about this race so far?
I mean, things are a little sketchy with the some of the bumps and the I guess like if you're kind of real tight on a guy's door and you give someone the bump wrong, it either shoots them to the left or to the right, but it seems to be happening where the cars are just shooting up to the right ever so slightly. People are getting hooked from them, and unfortunate, but I guess, you know, it's a whole different style with the B car now, and I mean, hopefully going forward on this race, we can get some longer green flag runs, maybe some green flag stops, but yeah, I think this would be my first stage win, which they usually come towards the end of the season for some reason, but, you know, I'll take them, so, heck yeah.
All right, man. Well, nice job on the stage win, and good luck in the rest of the race.
Awesome, man. Have fun, dude.
All right. Before I move you up, shout outs, thank yous. Anything else that you didn't say that you need to?
Oh yeah, shout out Team Vendetta Motorsports. Riding with Rick Sanchez tonight, Anthony English. Shout out to those guys. And OP and the freaking admin crew, man. Big shout out to those dudes as well. And Turn Through Racing Network and KR on YouTube. Shout out to you as well, man.
All right. Well, nice job, man, and good luck.
I appreciate it.
That is Adam Kilday from Vendetta Motorsports, our stage 1 winner. Here we go. Field is racked and stacked, and if y'all will, just give me just a moment. All right, here we go. Pace car is down and away. The 85, our stage winner, gonna take the green flag once again. As Kilday gets a good jump, the 85 down on the inside, the 31 of Casey Gilchrist, one of our drivers who is not necessarily locked in tonight. Needs a good run to prove his case to be a championship 16 driver. Gilchrist in the 31 inside the top 5. If he can finish there, that will seal the deal for him. So again, of our drivers who need a win to get in, Andy Brigante is the only one who absolutely must have a win to get into the championship 16. Gilchrist, English, Logston, and Hunt need to try and have a good showing. And then Crosby Sr., Guerrero, McCara, Schramm, Kuhn, and Laurie, they all need a solid top 5 finish. Here we go. Trouble once again. The 31 of Gilchrist got out of shape. Had some help getting finished off. And the 31 pointed the wrong direction. As we have Checkered Flag Motorsports chiming in. Why is it so dark? It is a very foggy night here at Daytona, and the lights are having a hard time getting to the cameras. So Gilchrist in trouble. Let's take a look, see where it all went wrong for him. Sanchez gets turned, Bubba Winningham, Eric Laurie, they get collected. Zach Fritsch goes for a ride. Both Reynolds Wraps machines get collected, but everyone is able to drive away. So with that being said, we're going to step away for a break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with them ranked and stacked and ready to go here in stage number 2.
racing, you wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
Welcome back as our 5th yellow flag is about to be wrapped up. Last week for the Jeannie Butler Memorial, we only had 3 slowdowns. We achieved that in stage number 1 in this race, and stage number 2 has seen 2 yellow flags fly. Almost doubling it before we even got halfway through this race. So green flag is out. Adam Kilday in the 85 has the advantage down the backstretch. The 25 of Kevin Freeze. On his back bumper, the 19, Zach Workman, our pole sitter, working his way back to the front after he got shuffled to the back earlier in this race. So Kilday in the 85 is our race leader. And trouble for the 13 of Andy Brigante as he has gone behind the wall. Andy Brigante, who needed a race win, is looking like his chances at winning this race have gone up in smoke. Brigante could be our first driver out of the race and could be our first one to officially be eliminated that is out on the speedway. Gilchrist in the 31 just turned a new fast lap of the race, turning a 46.62. So the 31 looking very racy here. Gilchrist trying to hold on. He just needs a solid run to lock himself into the championship. 16. Laying down a fast lap. Right now, Gilchrist finding himself in 16th spot. Well, and just like that, we have another new fastest lap of the race. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, turning a 46.410. So Reynolds getting it done out here, a 46.410. Reynolds currently in 18th spot. Looking like they're going to try and make it 3 wide here. At the race lead doesn't work long. Brian Wang into the wall. Richard Kuhn, Vicente Guerrero, all of these guys getting collected. And our 6th yellow flag of the night comes out. Brian Wang was trying to use that 3rd lane and just did not work out for him. Might have backed that up a bit too much. Remember, my scorecard is not tracking the yellow flags. Into the corner there and post hard racing. Not sure who you would try to put that blame on. Looks like just 2 drivers being very close to each other. Contact is made. Yellow flag comes out. So the pace car on the front stretch, we'll see who comes down pit road. Oh, I hate this shot. It's not a good shot in the auto camera. Anthony English did not hit pit road. He has stayed out. He's the only driver that stayed out. Everyone else has come down pit road. Kevin Freeze winning the race off a pit lane. So English in the 44, will he stay out? 7-lap difference, so about halfway through a fuel run. Throw in the yellow flags that we have, and it's maybe 4 green flag laps. And English is going to come down pit road, along with quite a few drivers in the back half of this field. Kevin Freeze, Sean McCarra, Jeff Crosby Jr., and Bubba Winningham in the 66. Throwing Adam Kilday, that will be your top 5. 6 yellow flags. Working stage number 2. Lap number 42 of scheduled 100 here on a very foggy night at Daytona. Vicente Guerrero, Brian Wang still sitting on pit road. Andy Brigante out of the race, or I'm sorry, I shouldn't say out of the race. He is back in the race, but he has found himself multiple laps down. And Brigante was in a must-win situation. As the green flag comes out, we get back after it. Kevin Freese, Sean McCara on the throttle. And Guerrero and Wang continue to sit on pit road. '71 has a good shove by the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr., but that outside lane charging right back down the backstretch as I completely whacked my face on my racing rig. It's fine. It's normal. Two wide, the 71, the 33, and the 25. Dustin Logston in the 81, trying to go 3 wide. Logston with some good momentum up along the wall. Anthony English in the 44 going with him. And trouble. Oh, and Bubba Winningham gets shot to the rear end. And it is chaos behind him. Casey Gilchrist. Looks like that car is taking heavy damage. The 31 is in trouble. Our 7th yellow flag of the night has come out just as the scorecard was being pulled for the 14 of Vicente Guerrero. We might see him back, but when you get the 3 dashed lines, that's a good sign that it is over. All right, let's take a look here and let's see what happened. On board with Gilchrist. Let's try another shot here. Hood went flying, but it miraculously gets reattached. iRacing is really known for its racecraft, not so much for its realistic crash physics. That's okay. I'm here, you're here, that means we still enjoy iRacing. It doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be enjoyable. Anthony English going for a wild ride on this one. Sanchez in the 5 is the one who lost that hood. As almost everyone has come down pit road. Sean McCarra in the 71, Zach Fritsch. Those two drivers stayed out. Everyone else came down pit road. Peter DeBorgia stayed out as well, but he was so far behind that it looked like he was blending in with everybody who hit pit road. Come on, Peter, it was under yellow. How far back were you? One driver peeling off, three drivers peeling off for pit road. Peter DeBorgia, Zach Workman, Anthony English, all peeling off for pit lane. Field is getting double stacked. Seven yellow flags here tonight. It has been a bit of a rough race. It is the final race of the regular season. 25 drivers showed up. Of those 25, just a few had a shot at advancing into the championship rounds. Lights are out on the pace car. It's gonna head for pit road this time. Sean McCarra, Zach Fritsch, your front row for the restart. Here we go. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Outside lane has the advantage for the moment. Zach Fritsch in the 12. 2 wins on the season, already locked himself into the top 16, or championship 16, if you will. And that doesn't mean that Fritchie wants to lay down and get train wrecked by the field. He is still going to do everything he can to finish on top. The 12. In the second lane. I've been saying that all night long. Third lane is the second lane. Holy cow. So Zach Fritsch in the second lane trying to make some noise. '39, a Shane Ward was high, wide, and handsome, but was falling back. Looks like he got a shove up into that spot, didn't like it, and was able to hold on to it. Ward gonna try and challenge back. And no yellow flag, but we have a huge checkup. The 25 of Kevin Freeze. Not sure what happened there. One car very slow down the backstretch. That is Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15. Senior gonna rejoin the race, but man, was he slow down the backstretch. And now the yellow flag has come out. Our 8th caution of the night has been displayed. Jeff Crosby Sr. onto pit road. I'm not sure entirely what happened here. Oh, and the 15 hard smack into the outside wall. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. And the 15, who was in need of a solid run here tonight, entered this race 4 points below the cut line, is going to get a hard shunt into the outside wall. One last look at it here. And I don't think the 15 knew the 25 was there. He was just trying to get through the corner. Maybe drifted up a little bit. I don't know. Either way, the 15, hard impact to the outside wall. So our 8th yellow flag of the night comes out, and I completely missed who our stage winner was. Mostly because I didn't realize what lap we were on. It's all good. It's all good. Let's see if we can't figure out what happened for our stage winner. This is lap number 50, Sean McCara in the 71. Battling with the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Richie down the backstretch has the momentum, but the 71 on the inside lane. Off of turn number 4, and this is going to decide who our stage 2 winner is. And it looks like the 71 at the line, Sean McCarra, gets it done. So lights have gone out on the pace car. Sean McCarra in the 71, our stage 2 winner. So I apologize, Sean. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but should we get another yellow flag, try and get you pulled up, buddy. Lights are out on our Ford Mustang pace car. Green flag gonna come out this time by that Ford Mustang. Peels off for pit road. Dave Hunt, Richard Coons side by side to kick off the final stage here. As the green flag is out, we are back underway. Dave Hunt to the front has a huge run. Like he was set up by the 12, but now everyone bunches back up. So Hunt on the yellow line, Richard Coon in the 47 in that second lane, Sanchez in the 5 doing a good job at recovering. At one point Sanchez saw his hood go flying through the air. Bubba Winningham chiming in on chat. How you doing, Bubba? Good to see you. Tough break in the race as Bubba Winningham is out on lap 46. Ryan Wang still sitting on pit road. Vicente Guerrero out of the race. Casey Gilchrist out of the race. Bubba Winningham out. And Shane Ward could be our newest driver out of the race. 3 laps to go. Shane Ward went behind the wall. We will see if he gets back into this one. So Richard Coon in the 47 is now our race leader. Dave Hunt in the 53 right behind him. Coon with a wiggle down the back stretch. Hunt lays off of him, lets him collect it. Both drivers get back after it. 25 of Kevin Freeze. Nate Warren chiming in. How you doing, Nate? Good to see you. Thank you very much for saying hello. And tough break on being 10 minutes late. That stinks. I've been late to a race before, only to miss it and go, oh, that sucks. A lot of times it has to do with the time zone. Someone will tell you a time and you're like, hey, is that Central? And they're like, yeah. You're good, it's fine. So you show up at the time by Central and you're an hour late. Race is already halfway done. You're like, oh, dang it. Yep, been there, done that. Jeff Crosby Sr. in the 15 going another lap down. Or I should say Senior going one lap down. So Senior, the only car one lap down right now. But Senior was needing a good run. However, Gilchrist out of the race in 31st. Senior might be able to earn enough points to overcome Casey's issues. It's still going to be very close. Oh, we got one heading for the inside. That is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Fritchie, who just experienced his first dirt track race in person, trying to emulate being a dirt track driver while on the asphalt. Zach, that doesn't work well, bud. So Fritchie pulls it straight to pit road as he has further issues than just being shunted to the inside wall. Yeah, Nate, tough break there, showing up a little bit late. 8:30 is when we start on Eastern time. If you're in God's time, that's 7:30. God's chosen time. That is Central. We are the center of the universe. That's why it's called Central. Deal with it. I said it. Nate Warren is a solid driver week in and week out. Each time he doesn't show up, we do feel that loss. But Nate, thank you very much for saying hello. Stick around, man. Don't hesitate to root for your favorite driver, your favorite team. I encourage everybody to root for their driver and team. I, of course, am not partial or biased in any way, but I do like the driver who gets this race done first. He is the one that's going to win the race. So Richard Kuhn, Kevin Fries, Sean McCara, your top three. .47 of Kuhn, leading a long train of drivers. Richard Kuhn, Kevin Fries, Sean McCara, Zach Workman, Adam Kilday. Those are your top five. We got three drivers trying to make something happen in the second lane. Everyone else single file down on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars out of the race. Zach Fritsch, Shane Ward, Bubba Winningham, Casey Gilchrist, Vicente Guerrero, and Brian Wang all out of the race. Zach Fritsch, our recent addition to a driver that has gone behind the wall, as we now have 4 drivers in the second lane. Josh Ball leads this pack. Started with 25 cars in the field, down to 19. Jeff Crosby Sr. in 18th spot. He is not on the lead lap by quite a bit. Andy Brigante is even further behind him. So Senior in 18th, Brigante in 19th. And Richard Kuhn continues to lead. Now, Richard Kuhn is one of our drivers who is in that playoff cut line. Keep in mind, this is before stages. This is before the race started. This is how close everything is. Richard Kuhn was 18 points below the cut line to make it into the championship on points. Should he be able to hold on and pick up the win from here, he very possibly will kick out Dave Hunt in this championship. Vicente Guerrero out of the race. He was already below the cut line, so Guerrero not going to make it in. Eric Laurie in the 071. Right now, he is running in 14th spot. Laurie needing to make up 22 points coming into this race on Dave Hunt to be good. But Dave Hunt sitting in 9th. Logston still out there. Dustin holding on. Dustin trying to soldier through a lot of issues that make it very hard to drive. But Dustin was like, man, I got a shot at the championship. I'm going to stick around. Come horses screaming in the high water. We are going after it. Star Sapphire, no, you do not automatically get in with a win. You have to be in the top 24. And our must-win drivers that were outside the top 24 of the ones that must win that showed up here tonight. That is the 13 of Andy Brigante. And Brigante now the first car not on the lead lap. But he is 4 laps down as the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. is going to call it a night as well. So that will now give us 18 cars in this race. But yeah, Star Sapphire had to be in the top 24 in points and have a race win or be in the top 16. Well, I'm not even saying that right. Here's how it looked coming into tonight's race. This was before stages, before any points were given out. Drivers in green were locked in, so Gilchrist, English, Logston, Hunt, Crosby Sr., Guerrero, McCara, and Schramm. Those guys all looking either for a race win to lock themselves in or to earn enough points to be in on points. And at most, only 4 drivers are going to get in on points. Mr. Roberts asking, how is Les Levy doing? Les is doing great. Last I heard, he was recovering from his surgery and enjoying his time off, but I do not expect to see Les out on the speedway anytime soon. So Richard Kuhn in the 47 came into tonight's race 18 points below the cut line, but he is well inside the top 24, so a race win automatically locks him in. Vicente Guerrero, as I mentioned, out of this race. He had to have a good points run if he did not get the win. And it looks like neither one is going to happen for the 14 of Guerrero. Dustin Logston trying to hold on to his thin margin. Dave Hunt, as we have several cars peeling off for pit road here. Richard Kuhn, Sean McCarron, Dave Hunt, and the 41 of Peter DeBorgia all hit pit road. Green flag pit stops happening, and the yellow flag is going to come out. While all of that was going on, the yellow flag comes out. And I am not sure what happened. I have no idea what happened that has brought this one out. But we had just seen 4 cars hit pit lane. Take another look here. So there goes the cars for pit road. And the yellow flag is just thrown. I didn't see anything happen. Not saying that something didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't see it. I don't know where to look for it. Yeah, Richard Roberts, it is a very foggy night here at Daytona. So our cameras are having a hard time picking up everything. Basically, it's a setting that the admins added in. A little bit of fog, a little bit of dramatic effect. So here comes Zach Workman leading this field on the pit road. Yeah, foggy nights are great for racing, as Andy Brigante is going to get one of his multiple laps back. He's multiple laps down, so he will get one of them back. All right, so still no word on what this yellow flag was. That's okay. Field racked and stacked. Dave Hunt in the 53, Josh Ball in the 1, going to be the front row for this restart. 47 of Richard Kuhn and the 87 of Adam Strom on row number 2. Kevin Freeze in the 25, Zach Workman in the 19. Those guys in the mix as well on this restart. 9 yellow flags in this race. 100 laps are scheduled distance. We will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered should we need to. Pace car should hit pit lane this time. As here we go, green flag is out, Dave Hunt on the throttle, and we get back into it. Josh Ball in the 1 and Adam Strom in the 87 looking for some help in the second lane. Maybe they don't need it. Maybe they got enough juice to make something happen on their own, but here comes the 5 of Rick Sanchez. Three wide racing action, the 5 and the 85 up on the top shelf. The 1 of Josh Ball to meet in the middle of the sandwich. Dave Hunt in the 53 down on the bottom. "24 laps to go." Hunt in the 53, Sanchez in the 5. They are now your 2 line leaders. Andy Brigante in 18th spot is the only car out there that is not on the lead lap. Brigante trying to continue to roll around. As I mentioned, he was in a must-win situation and finding himself multiple laps down. Still hasn't given up, but that must-win situation looking very difficult for him to pull it off. So with 22 laps to go, we do have one more pit stop to go. When do you make that final pit stop? We're last on pit road on lap 73. So do you try and split the difference, or do you want to hit pit road as soon as that fuel window is open? Kevin Freeze in the 25. Adam Kilday in the 85. They are the only two drivers trying to make something happen in the second lane. Everyone else single file down on the bottom. Adam Strom in the 87. Can he find a way to point his way into the top 16 chase drivers? Strom going to have to leap over Vicente Guerrero Crosby Sr. and Casey Gilchrist to get it done. Gilchrist Sr. out of the race along with Vicente Guerrero. So Adam Strom just might be able to make something happen here as long as he can get a good enough finish. I don't think he has to win. He just maybe needs a top 5 in points, maybe even a top 10, and he will get in to our chase drivers, our top 16 chase drivers. Kevin Freeze, the only one in that second lane right now, as we have 18 laps to go. I believe everyone's starting to think about when they are going to hit pit road. And the first steps for doing that is getting single file, because this could be a round of green flag pit stops. So far, no takers for pit lane. But this is kind of like the calm before the storm. Somebody might hit pit road this time. And by that somebody, here they come. Kevin Freeze, Hunter Reynolds, Zach Workman, Jeff Crosby Jr., Anthony English, Eric Laurie, Jimmy Reynolds, and Peter DeBorgia all hit pit lane. Sanchez out in front. He stays out. Josh Ball, Dave Hunt, Kilday, all those guys staying out. As Josh Ball in the 1 has big time issues, he drops back very quickly. Look like connection issues for the 1 of Josh Ball. And here comes the rest of this field onto pit road. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, leading all of our drivers who have made a pit stop. So Crosby Jr. down on that bottom lane. So far, all these guys single file right here. They're going to have a good head of steam. Can they catch up to the field, and can the 33 take over the race lead? As our groups start to blend in once again with each other. The 33 still has a full head of steam, but Kilday in the 85 maybe having the better pit stop along with Sean McCara and Rick Sanchez. But here comes the 33. Everyone's starting to equalize, and the 33 now going to have to use the draft of the 5 to get pulled up. And the 5 jumps out in front. Around they go, getting all shuffled up. And Adam Kilday in the 85 holds on to the race lead. Kilday in the 85, Sanchez in the 5. That is the battle for the race lead with 13 laps to go. Everyone should be good to go to the end of this race, despite any green-white checkered attempts. Sanchez drops down to the inside. Kevin Freeze looks like he was not ready for that. And Freeze up along the wall falls back. And Kevin Freeze very slow. And the 25 is going to peel off for pit road. Sanchez out in front all by himself with 12 laps to go. So Sanchez in the 5 as your race leader. Adam Kilday in the 85 on his back bumper, sitting in second. 2 cars in the second lane. That is the 71 of Sean McCara and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. And now with 11 laps to go, quite possibly looking at just 17 cars on the speedway after starting 25 of them. So a battle of attrition in our final regular season race of the season. Next time out, we will have our championship 16 contenders. Sanchez and McCarra side by side. Somebody is going to come away with the race win. This race is winding down. Inside of 10 laps to go. The yellow flag has been displayed quite a few times here tonight. This pack of 13 cars is being separated by less than a second. Peter DeBorgia, Josh Ball, Eric Laurie. This second group finding themselves about 14 seconds behind the race lead. That means they will need the help of a yellow flag to get back into this race. Meanwhile, our top 13 are here to mix it up. So while DeBorgia, Josh Ball, and Eric Laurie are at the tail of this field on the lead lap, our front pack has decided it's go time. The 71 and the 5 running door to door. Oh my. Little bit of contact, but we stay green. We hold on to it, and everyone keeps chugging right along. Sanchez trying to get down to the inside, but the 85 of Kilday was there, could not complete the block, and Kilday in the 85 has the momentum now. 6 laps to go in this one. Gonna get 5 laps to go. Sanchez and McCarra out in front. Can we get to the end of this race without another yellow flag? Sanchez in the 5. trying to bring home the most wins of the regular season. Had 3 wins to his credit coming into tonight's race. Can he pick up a 4th win? Zach Fritsch had 2, everyone else with 1 as far as our championship contenders. Now, Brian Wang picked up a win last week. We have had, I believe, 1 other driver pick up a win that is not in championship contention. Here we go, though, with 3 laps to go. Sanchez in the 5, down on the inside. Sean McCarron, the 71, hoping for the right moves at the right time. Gonna get 2 laps to go this time. All we have to do is get to the white flag. And the 5 and the 71 running very close to each other. Sean McCarron doesn't need a win to get into the championship. He just needs a solid finish, and 2nd place would do it. Can't get too many more points than 2nd place here tonight. Here they come off of turn number 4. White flag is going to be displayed this time by. One more time around. One last lap in the regular season. The 5, the 71. Can they hold on to it? Can Adam Schramm come away with a race win from the 3rd lane? Schramm has some help, but a big wiggle, and Schramm's in trouble. Around goes Crosby Jr. as well. But the white flag has come out. We are not stopping for nothing. Sanchez loves to see the chaos behind him. McCarron falling back. Dustin Logston falling back. Adam Kilday in the 85. Right there. Kilday already locked in. Sanchez locked in. Zach Workman in the 19 locked in. And here they come to spoil the fun for the drivers who had to have a win. Sanchez gets it done and picks up his 4th win of the season. So Sanchez picks up the win. Kilday in 2nd, 3rd place goes to the 19 of Zach Workman. Stephen Miles in 24th spot, and rounding out your top 5 is the 71 of Sean McCarron. And I do not know for sure, but I think Sean McCarron has enough points to get in. Adam Schramm with a 12th place finish maybe has enough to get in as well. As the 5 is on the front stretch to celebrate the race win, let's go ahead and go through the rest of our results here for this one. Logston in 6th. Dave Hunt finishes 7th. Richard Kuhn 8th. 9th place goes to Anthony English. Hunter Reynolds 10th. Jimmy Reynolds 11th. Adam Schramm 12th. 13th, Josh Ball. Eric Laurie 14th. 15th place is Peter DeBorgia. Jeff Crosby Jr. 16th. 17th is going to go to Andy Brigante. Kevin Freeze in 18th. 19th, Jeff Crosby Sr., Zach Fritsch 20th, 21st, Shane Ward, Bubba Winningham, Casey Gilchrist, Vicente Guerrero, and Brian Wang, all early exits from this race tonight. So our race winner is the 5 of Sanchez, picking up his 4th win of the season. As I continue to overlook where he is at. There he is. That's why. And let's get talking to our race winner, Mr. Sanchez. 4 wins on the season. You get it done with a great momentum kicker to your championship round of playoffs.
Pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, that wasn't even the goal. The goal was to help teammates out and try to stay out of trouble and just, finish the race. And next thing you know, I was running up front and got some stage points. And the next thing I know, I said, let me see if I can get up front and win this thing. And Adam, boy, he just can't say enough about that guy. He just pushed the hell out of me. And I don't know how he didn't blow himself up, but he was awesome. Oh, it's him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mr. Sanchez, it has been kind of a feast or famine kind of season for you. Even though you got 4 wins, at one point we knew you had a race win, but you were outside the top 24 with that race win. And I remember talking about it, I was like, hey, he's got a race win, but he's going to have to pull it together to make it into the championship 16. And as soon as I said that, you come away with a win, then another, and now you end up as 4 wins in this regular season. So, man, nice job. Congratulations on this one here tonight. So going forward, how do you feel your chances are at this championship here in season 13?
I guess as good as anybody's, but you never know. Like I said at the beginning of the season, I just didn't get any luck. I was getting caught up in everything, and real poor finishes, and then they're at the end or in the middle started up running real good. So the goal is to keep it going, and like I said, try to stay out of trouble and be there at the end. Like you say, you got to be there at the last lap and be in position. And you never know that. The one the other day, I was in the 3rd car on the bottom of the last lap, I think going in the last turn there, and all of a sudden they moved up out of my way and opened it for me. And I was just sitting there thinking, okay, I'll get a top 5, and ended up winning the thing. So you never know.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Congratulations on your 4th win this season, leading all drivers in that category. Shout outs, thank yous, anything you need to add?
First and foremost, shout out to OP, putting on a great league. Shout out to Turn 3 Racing Network. Awesome broadcast. Love watching those. Shout out to Butt Kicker, supporting us. Premier Sim Racings, and Sim Rap Market, also supporting you. And shout out to the family and the teammates. Awesome job, Adam. Love you, buddy.
All right, that is Rick Sanchez. Once again, man, nice job and congratulations.
Thanks, sir.
So Mr. Sanchez got it done once again. Rolls into our championship playoffs with momentum on his side. Now let's move on to our 2nd place finisher, and that is the driver of the 85, Mr. Adam Kilday. The 85, Adam, nice job.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, dude.
Man, a solid 2nd place finish for you. Tell me a little bit about what was going on out there, because it seemed like you were content to push the 5 to victory lane.
Yeah. I made a last-ditch effort to try to go for the win, but no, we ended up having a little side-by-side finish there for P1 and P2 for Vendetta Motorsports, man. So I'll take that at the end of the day. We all survived, I believe. So yeah, I'll definitely take that.
Well, man, nice job on bringing it home in 2nd place. Already locked into the championship before this green flag dropped, but picking up a 2nd place finish, how does that feel for you and your team going forward?
I mean, I'll say like the what was it, a 25 car field tonight. It definitely, you get a bit more confidence in the smaller fields, I suppose, and I'm not sure what the attendance will look like for the playoffs, but hopefully they'll be a bit bigger to bring back some of the action. And but I mean, what is it? It's got all four of us in it. Me, Richard, Anthony, and Jimmy Reynolds. I believe we're all in the playoffs, so we'll all try to work together and compete for stage points and try to pull out ahead in the next round and try to advance all ourselves to the second round of the playoffs.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations on this one. Before I let you go, though, one last chance. Anything else you need to add?
Yeah, I'll add in like the what do you call it? The league in general. It's probably one of the tightest communities I've been a part of on iRacing, and going forward, I look forward to running with all the guys and all the big guys behind the scenes that keep it rolling and such. So definitely a big shout out to those guys for sure. And shout out to the team again at Vendetta. And shout out to the broadcast on YouTube again, Turn 3 Racing Network. And that should about do it.
All right, Adam. Well, once again, congratulations. Nice job on second place.
Appreciate it, KR.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Kilday, our second step of the podium. Now let's move on to our third and final step, and that is the 19, our pole sitter. That is Mr. Zach Workman. Zach, congratulations on third place. A great run for you here heading into the chase.
Yeah, we definitely needed it. Last like 5 races has been pretty rough. Just been caught up in a lot of stuff that we didn't really have part of, but it's part of super speedway racing. So just really surprised I got the pole. I mean, I'm like awful qualifier, so it hardly ever goes my way with qualifying, but we got a nice top 5. We're trying to help Sean up there, me and Jeff, because I know Sean was on the bubble, so we were trying to get him into the playoffs. But yeah, it was just a good night overall. Good positive momentum, and heading into the chase.
All right, man. Well, I'll tell you what. No wins for you in this regular season battle, but consistent, solid finishes at the front makes me think that you're just kind of holding back, waiting for the right time to strike. So without giving too much away of your plan, when are you planning to let loose?
I'm just, first race, because it's back to the cutoff, so it goes from the 16 to 8. Not like last season where you had to be consistent over 5 or 6 races. It's a hard cutoff instead of how NASCAR does it with 16 to 12 to 8. It immediately cuts it in half and then another half. So I mean, you got to be pretty much on it on the drop of the green flag and race 1 of the chase. So that's what we'll be doing. We'll be digging. Hopefully get some good qualifying runs, get some stage points, be up front, and knock out some top 10s, then get us just into the next round and deal with it from there.
All right, man. Well, once again, congratulations out here tonight. Any shout outs, thank yous, anything else you need to add?
First, I would like to say something. We're thinking about our brother, Gabe. Just a few weeks back, unfortunately, his wife passed away. So he's been our OP brother for a number of seasons. I've raced with him in different leagues, championship battles, and my first kind of Monday series, I was on his team, and you taught me a lot. Taught me a lot about racing and a lot about life. So I didn't get a chance last week because I sucked finishing, but I wanted to say something to Gabe and just know that we're all thinking about him and can't wait to see the 88 back on track whenever that day comes. But other than that, do want to thank the OP admins for putting in the hard work, the hours. It's a lot to be an admin in the series. I mean, I am one of them, so I guess I'm thanking myself. Good job, me. But a lot of them, it's a lot of work. It's just not like we just show up and we're like, yeah, here we go. It's a lot to put in effort to make these races and have a good time with it. But also want to thank teammates for helping out today. KR for watching us go in circles. I know the first half was a little rough, and I don't know how many flavored waters you had in the first half, but I'm sure it was at least a case, to be honest, because I felt like also partaking, but I did not. But anyways, thank my parents for also watching this, just watching every week. They don't comment, kind of boring, but they at least see it. And then my girlfriend for watching my offspring, so she doesn't unplug me and I lose out of the race. So thank her for that as well.
Absolutely. Got to thank your support staff for sure, man. Well, nice job. Once again, congratulations. 3rd place here tonight. And man, we look forward to seeing you put 100% into the championship battles.
Yeah, I'm probably going to jinx myself here, but I'm going to be talking to you a lot this championship run. So we'll see you there.
All right, man. Well, nice job again. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy.
That is Zach Workman, driver of the number 19, your 3rd place finisher. So that is going to wrap it up for us here tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Congratulations to our top 16. I do not have that information, but I'm sure it will get posted very soon. Make sure you check out OP on Facebook to find out if your driver got in. So until then, stay safe, have a good night, and I will see you next week.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.